My goal here is simple. Funner for everyone.
Hey, Jane, you having fun?
Woo!
Is that legal?
Because around here, funner is a state of mind.
What is going on, Laker fans? Thank you very much for tuning in. A little Lakers Talk Daily on this Tuesday morning. Lakers back-to-back. Played against Brooklyn yesterday. Lost last night. Now they got the New York Knicks. I'll preview a little bit of the game. I want to talk a little bit about Julius Randle, too, what he's been able to do since he's been a New York Knick. Is he actually the best of that former Laker young crew that they had? We'll get into some of the stats of some of the other players. First off, thank you very much for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel. Quick shout out here, Harris Resort SoCal. Find your funner state of mind with a visit to Harris Resort SoCal, voted best resort in funner California. From dining to unwinding, you'll find fun around every corner. Learn more at harrissocal.com. Thank you for their partnership, 2 hours away from downtown Los Angeles. Okay, so Lakers obviously coming off that loss last night against the Brooklyn Nets. Where does that put the Lakers? They're going the wrong way, Laker fans. You go look at those NBA standings, and unfortunately for the Lakers, they're going backwards. And now there's actually even a little bit of a cushion between where the Lakers are and some of these other teams in front of them. What I mean by that is Lakers the only team with 28 losses. There actually isn't another team of all those squads in front of them. Portland, OKC, Utah, Minnesota. None of those teams have more than 26 losses. So yes, we could look at the standings and say, hey, they're only 2.5 games out of the play-in, or they're only 3.5, 4 games out of the 6th seed or something, whatever, however you want to describe it. But they're moving in the wrong direction, Laker fans. Good news for tonight against the Knicks. I saw a tweet from Dave McMenamin. LeBron James will play tonight against the New York Knicks. Sources told ESPN it'll be his first game at Madison Square Garden since January 2020. So something to keep in mind there. LBJ, who's got a chance actually. Last night, Russ passed Gary Payton for top 10 all-time in career assists. And LeBron tonight has a chance to pass Mark Jackson and Steve Nash to be top 4 in all-time assists. I think he's 7 behind Mark Jackson, 8 behind Steve Nash, so he'll probably do that tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he does. Knicks 27-24, pretty decent team in the East. They're hovering around that play-in tournament. I think they're 7th right now, not far back from the 6th. Playing about 500 basketball. Some a familiar former Los Angeles Laker really balling out for the New York Knicks. He's played all 51 games for the New York Knicks this year. So if there's something that you could really talk about, Julius Randle, that dude rolls up his sleeves and comes to work every single day. Just under 25 points a game, just under 11 rebounds, and just under 4 assists. Laker fans, I'm going to throw a couple questions your guys' way, and feel free to comment below. Number one, when I talk about the NBA standings, I talk about the play-in tournament, I talk about the Lakers moving in the opposite direction. You still got a lot of confidence that this team will make the play-in tournament, potentially make the playoffs, or is that starting to fade a little bit? I think we got 31 games left on the year. These games we're knocking these games out. Every week that goes by, there's another 3-4 games off the schedule, and the Lakers are not moving in the right direction. So feel free to put your comments there. Okay, I'm not crazy. I might be crazy. I might be delusional, but hear me out on this one. My goal that I mentioned for the Lakers coming in was to win 3 of these 5 games on the road trip. 3 of these 5. Now, they already started out 0-2. We know what happened against the Celtics. Yesterday against Brooklyn, no AD, no LeBron. Lakers storm all the way back, and then before you know it, they lose by 17 again. Down 19, up 7, lose by 14. I don't know. You explain that one to me. It's still in their hands to do what I was hoping for before this road trip started, which was win 3 games. The Knicks are a very beatable team. They're playing good basketball. They're 3 games over 500. Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett. They got good guys, but it's not like it's a pipe dream that they could beat the New York Knicks. So Let's see what happens tonight. You know, you're expecting, obviously, AD to be back as well. So if you got AD and Bron, you're going up against the New York Knicks, you got a good chance to win. But if they can win tonight, your last 2 games on this road trip, you got the Pacers who've won 1 game in their last 10. You have the Pelicans are on this spiral downward without Zion, and they've lost 8 games in a row. Just get tonight, and then take your chances with these final 2 games. So we'll see if the Lakers can do it. Obviously, it's one thing for me to talk about it. It's another thing for me. It's another thing to actually see the Lakers go out there and win a game. So let's see what happens. Quick shout out here from the Riverside County Sheriff Department.
I'm Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco. Are you satisfied with a job, or are you looking for an exciting career? If you think you have what it takes, I have a tan and green uniform with your name on it. Come and get it.
All right, the Riverside County Sheriff Department is hiring for 911 dispatchers, deputy sheriff, correctional deputies, and other support services. Apply online today at joinrsd.org. Again, joinrsd.org. Get all that information there if that's something of interest. Last topic I'm going to get into is Julius Randle the best of the former young Lakers that were a part of the Lake Show in the past? And here are the players I'm really talking about. Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Jordan Clarkson, Kyle Kuzma, and D'Angelo Russell. Let me say this real quick about Julius Randle. He is the best player on a playoff team. So I don't think you could say that about any of these other teams or any of these other players. So right there, that I think is the indication that Julius Randle is the best former Laker of that entire crew. Lakers taking on the Knicks and taking on Julius Randle tonight. I've always been under the belief that Brandon Ingram, if you said, hey, take any of those players, I would take B.I. But this year, I might be changing my tune a little bit. Julius Randle is averaging just under 25 points a game, just under 11 rebounds a game, and he's also got 4 assists a game. Played in all 51 games this year. The guy is he's durable. He's there every single night, and he's putting up stats. And the Knicks are not 10 games below 500. They're 3 games above 500. He's the best player on a playoff team. I don't think you can say that about any of these other guys. Let me give you some stats here. B.I., he's only played in 17 games this year. He's been injured all year. He's putting up stats 25 and 4, but B.I.'s not the best player on the Pelicans, right? You're going to think Zion. I don't watch the Pelicans every day, but I'm assuming, obviously C.J. McCollum has a ton of value as well. So my guy, B.I., that I'm a big fan of, is second or the third best player on the Pelicans. Jordan Clarkson, great numbers, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Lauri Markkanen's going to be in that All-Star game this year, and he's 100% the best player on the Utah Jazz. Keep going here. Kyle Kuzma, good numbers. 21, 22 points a game, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Kuz about to get paid, too, probably from the Washington Wizards. Bradley Beal is the best player on that team. And the Wizards, who I think are winning games, are still out of no, they're actually in the 9th place. So they're in the play-in tournament. They've won 6 games in a row. A lot of the losses they had, I think, was because Beal was injured and they're trying to get their guys back. Lonzo, who I'm a huge fan of, can't stay on the floor. I love his game. I think the Bulls were playing at a certain level last year is because Lonzo was available, and then once he wasn't available, that was a wrap for them. He's kind of the engine. He's the quarterback for that team. So I'm kind of listing out all these former Lakers, which, by the way, a lot of these guys' stats, damn, these players they're excelling in different situations. But I thought that was interesting, especially because the Lakers are playing the Knicks and they're playing Julius Randle tonight. Your thoughts? Is Julius Randle the best of all those young Lakers from that former crew? Feel free to put your comments below. Lakers taking on the Knicks in a few hours. A pregame show is going to be at 3 o'clock. Tip-off's going to be at 4:30. Hope you guys can tune in. Appreciate you guys being a part of Lakers Talk Daily. Subscribe to the channel. Have a good day, Laker fans.